The NBA Finals aren't even over yet, and we've had not one, but two huge trades. What is up, NBA fans, Houston Rockets fans, Phoenix Suns fans, KD fans? Shout out to my San Antonio Spurs fans. KD was mentioning a lot of rumors to the Spurs. Welcome to TSR Sports. And Kevin Durant has finally been traded, so we can stop all these rumor videos and news and posts left and right. Question I have: did the Houston Rockets fleece the Phoenix Suns with this trade? I'll answer that in just a few moments and grade the trade myself. First, let's get into the article from USA Today. What was the trade? I'm sure you know by now, but we'll do a quick recap in case you don't. The Rockets get Kevin Durant. The Suns get Jalen Green, Dillon Brooks, the number 10 pick in, this year, and 5 second-round picks. Salary-wise, it matches up, by the way. Kevin Durant set to make about $55 million this season. Green set to make about $33, and Brooks $21. So well done salary match. I got to say, when I first saw this, first thing that jumped out was 5 second-rounders. All right, let's get into the article. Breaking news from Shams. The Rockets grade. The Rockets were able to add one of the premier scorers in league history without giving up either of their two best building blocks in Alperen Sengun and Amen Thompson. That's a win. I agree. As a Spurs fan, when we traded for De'Aaron Fox, I was worried we were going to have to give up one of our young guys. Didn't. If we were going to get KD, I thought we'd have to give up somebody young. The Rockets pulled it off and kept their core, unless you consider Green part of the core. To be determined by Rockets fans, I suppose. KD's age and availability going forward are a small concern, but you can't fault the Rockets for taking a swing like this after emerging as the number 2 seed in the West last season. The offense sputtered a lot in the playoffs. Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers of all time in NBA history. If he's healthy, yes, he could take them to the next level. We'll see. They gave that trade an A-. That's their grade. For the Suns, dig a little deeper here. The Suns were seemingly handcuffed by Durant's leverage to choose his destination. Now, he did not have a no-trade clause. The preference was out there, limiting them to about 5 teams they could negotiate with. So you have to assume this was the best package they could get. Considering the circumstances, it's not awful. It's not awful. I will agree there. The number 10 pick in this year's draft should help them land a young player with real upside to help continue building a team around Devin Booker. This is a deep draft. Yes, I think they're going to get a very, very good player at number 10. Still, you won't be able to argue they got better by losing Durant, which was never a reality. Additionally, adding 2 perimeter players doesn't make a ton of sense for a team that already has Booker and Bradley Beal, unless they plan to move Beal next, which won't be easy. He has a no-trade clause, a massive contract that he's not living up to. Good luck, Phoenix, on moving Bradley Beal. I do want to add, they mentioned with Beal and Booker and Green. I'm not sure he's going to play for Phoenix. I could see him getting traded before the season starts. It's nice to have Durant stuff behind them, but considering what the Suns gave up for him, Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, 4 first-round picks, this was a major step backwards. They gave him a C-. All right, let's jump into it. I'm going to do my grades here, or a little breakdown first. Let's talk about Kevin Durant first. And in general, I don't get NBA trades right now. This year, I saw our San Antonio Spurs, if you're a Spurs fan watching, get De'Aaron Fox for less than we thought we'd have to give up for him. The Lakers gave up way less than anybody thought that somebody would have to trade for Luka Doncic. We didn't even know as an NBA fans that he was up for trade. It's a boom. He was traded. And then you look at the trade and you're like, that's it? Then you look at Desmond Bane, and I think, and a lot of people agree, some don't, that the Magic gave up more than they should have for Desmond Bane. And then I look at a trade like this. This is less than I thought a team would have to give up for Kevin Durant. I thought it would at least be more than 1 first rounder. I thought at least 2 first rounders, unless you're counting Jalen Green as a first rounder because he was a previous pick number 2 by the Rockets. I think this is a great trade by Houston. A bunch of second rounders, who cares? Let's be honest. Yes, you can hit on a second rounder. I'm giving this an A. I think this is a home run by the Rockets. As far as the Phoenix Suns, they couldn't get 2 first rounders out of them. Even a protected pick in the future, a swap or something. Just a bunch of 5 second rounders. And of course, the rate of return is absolutely abysmal. If we're grading the rate of return on what they actually got back for Kevin Durant compared to what they sent out for him to Brooklyn a few years ago, that's an F-. But as far as this trade, I don't love it. USA Today gave it a C-. I think it's actually a little worse than that. I'm giving it a D+. They unloaded a contract. They unloaded a player that doesn't want to be there. I really would have, granted, I'm not a GM. I think there should have been some other first round, something kind of compensation. A swap. One less second rounder and a future first round swap, and maybe, I don't know, 2000. The Spurs love 2031. A swap in 2031. Who the heck knows? I'm not in love with what Phoenix got. And what is the fit going to be there? Jalen Green, Beal, and Booker? I mean, this is one of the reasons I figured the Spurs would not be able to pull off a trade with the Houston Rockets, as well as the biggest contract on the team, besides De'Aaron Fox, who I got to assume is untradeable by San Antonio, just got him, is Devin Vassell. Doesn't fit with Booker and Beal at all. But when I look at, I'm just thinking, I guess I'm in shock. I am in shock. I'm in shock. This was tough with this because the Desmond Bane trade definitely surprised me. Now this, I can see why they went with the Rockets over the Spurs. The Rockets offering the 10th overall pick. The Spurs would have been offering the 14th overall pick. You moved up 4 spots at that. Okay, you got some players. Maybe you move on from Green. Maybe you move on from Brooks. Who the heck knows? The second rounders are throwaway. I don't think this was a fleece. I think the Phoenix Suns were in a tough position. It feels a little like a fleece because you're getting a future Hall of Famer. He's older, yes, he's going to be 37 next season, but he still is a extremely efficient scorer. So it kind of has that feel like, man, Kevin Durant, that's all you gave up for Kevin Durant? That's all you got? So it feels a little bit like a fleece in that regards when you just look at the star power and the resume of Kevin Durant. But in the end, I don't think it's a fleece, but I'm I'm sticking with my Suns D+. If you want to argue a C-, sure, fine. I would certainly accept that. Anything higher, I don't think so. Rockets and A all the way. Great trade. Will they be one of the top teams in the Western Conference next season? I mean, they were second overall when the season ended. I mean, OKC's going to be tough to knock off that perch. They're going to stay top 3. And now they have one of the most elite scorers in NBA history. So first off, congratulations, Rockets fans. I think you guys had a home run. To the Phoenix Suns fans, not trying to beat you guys down. I saw a lot of Phoenix Suns commenting on this channel. You guys want this or that for Kevin Durant. I think a lot of you are expecting at least 2 first-round picks, maybe more, maybe 3, maybe 4, maybe something unrealistic like 5 or 6. And this trade package, I'm guessing, didn't quite meet expectations. Drop a comment down below, guys. I'm curious. How would you grade the trade? Do you think there was any fleecing there for one of the greatest of all time? Or do you think, nope, not all TSR, you're crazy? And do you think KD would have been worth more than 1 first-round pick? Or the Rockets are right in line where they should have been for an aging vet? Appreciate y'all. Hit that thumbs up if you like support the channel. Subscribe to become part of our awesome sports community. And enjoy Game 7 of the Finals tonight. I'll be watching Miss TSR, and I'll have a short up or 2 depending on what happens in the game. I can't wait to see it. Thank you, and as always, go Spurs, go. Go Spurs, go. Good.